bomo ya Uhuru Superstores Limited nero eduka cholide ili kubatuka chirangi cha Crown Paints eyure company nambe yemo iyo korose chirangi meyense liga ya Kenya. Crown Paints nigo emanyira sokoro isya ebintu biriya bikomanya seka ngo kwanira chirangi ejo boyiko chire chichi brand ao ejo chire chingi ya kirage chirangi chiga nigo chire chibirengo ao punabono mbabwata chirangi cyo gwakwa imeye nyumba isiko ye nyumba chire chikomentera nibwa amavuta yani oil na bwigo chiriya chia mache inyuranga chirangi chiga nigo chire kurwase chire chiri guririke iriya gatigati gwikari guri iriya bantabati bwigo imeya Uhuru Superstores nero eduka yuka iyo bwate emixer iyo bwochoganya chirangi wikabunuraganye bwochoganire erangiriga aseduke yiga ya Uhuru Superstores nabo kwege namuna ekale aho watagete nigo kwayanyora bwikirano tutarire rero eliwe nyorere abamanyi nabo igo Ekeonga enyumba yao use asomanyete use chire chibiasara nchibwa tokorelekana okuya na ayonsi nigo araikirane ekero utumikite chirangi cha Crown Paints eduke yiga ya Uhuru Superstores ugiye gutoka se enyumba ya Uhuru Complex imeyumucuri g'umusongo eywerangene duka ya Safaricom mwigo ngotuka bari ase nyumba ya JM Towers eyure angene bengi ya Credit Bank asamange bakere simigwe terase chinamba chabo 0111161500 Uhuru Superstores, the people's choice, guaranteed lowest prices. Karibu nyumbani.
Aha. Kwa hiyo umeamua kuumwaga mchele kwenye kuku wengi. Mbona mimi na yako siyasemi? Mwanaume gani wewe? Kutwa kujilizaliza. Sehemu ya kulia mimi, unalia wewe. Ukirudi nyumbani, unalala tu. Haujali mwenzako nimekula, nimeshiba au nina njaa. Au niwaambie watu kama mchezaji majeruhi. Kwa mwezi unacheza mara moja tu. Niache!
Dada, maneno unayamwaga hayo.
Niache. Wewe umeamua kuyamwaga. Kuanzia leo watu wote na
Ritskoritangani umutinyo gatano na gatatu mwaka w'ekiri 2025 werire buya mwanchi omuri wa Getembe TV Ekeonga Chinsa Isano na Ibere senchira yobo ngencengoro wakatire Nyaboga veni Nyaboga koroso na buyimanyiri na boyake binongere nera koneke buna chibichana mariogi wekera chira senchira ere yobo kirano kananso ke abanantu we komero toko manyega tiari agendete watukana boyego abere kagwatika korobo agakete wekera Chinsa echiga chiabono mugaso na togo chakanigo ababwatani kiama kia UDA na boy ubagendrete kora omusangirirkano bakora no mujumbo West Mogrango Moske Steve Mogaka na boy go muwakilishi wa basubati kusabangina korwase county ya Nyamira Moske Jerusha Momanyi babwatani aboni go baumirana na babwatani be kiama kirekia ODM asemo kutana go somusangirirkano yu ogendrete ensemo ya Rio Diensune egotoka ewodi ya Nyansiongo ebunge ya Burabu county ya Nyamira kirenge kanene no gwakira ekoko serikali ya Kenya kwanza na wego kwerera egatimirobero area serikali eyo yabereke gokora kwikaboniga nigo muwakilishi wabangina korase county ya Nyamira Jerusha Momanya kwande na tutegerere chingwana cha Jerusha ase akeire koko na goteba ne inkere kikirikirete ere amana bamwabo goso ase serikali ya Kenya kwanza
abantu batake konkora abantu batake gusali Kenya ambayo tuko nayo Kenya moja au ndo akochongora lengo kuna kicheka bwana gokora. What is this are you doing? uri ariko kuchoma ekera ariko nyora bantu bako kolego soli na serikali bako kolego mimi kama rais siwezi taka unakonyo unawaambia hiyo vitu mbaya haitakikani. Hata mimi nataka kuambia huyu Rigichini hiyo vitu mbaya aache. Ni yeye ndio nilikuwa naambia hivi. Tocho inia bande elinde toirira abantu baito ebintu. So tugasoa ase serikali yeye. Ekera tuasote mapema yake. Akeigo tukayora bali nani bajire broad based ya swahili. Nkamanya koi kubuyanga teba kama Raila amekuja hiyo broad based. Then bono igana into no atore oikatugwane kyagerera kuburia ale bintaire sobo. Na itu oikatugwane bije seito. Tokaira naga ase serikali ya William Samuel Ruto. Emme iganga ya itene ya tubegeta. No komeki shwa na itu abantu baitu bakore mwigasi. Ono muna tuacha wamejaribu kuexplain inke serikali yebwat. Iwana ali kubatebya na inche muno ya makuru Nyamira ekyagera tole baberenda abatura abono intu twa mere bullets tukateba na bono tigatoleme oikatoka no mutu ntogo tigabantu baitu nyano koramu tigabaturamu lakini nane babantu bane bali goturama batimanyeti ekyagera tubanjete mugusie sabe tatigamba tebinga inche buno mongina omugusie sabe inyaki ngogenda ndo singonaru musiga gokwani bobe osese serikali inche ngotanga kurwanira mugusie omuntu nyangetere pieso bomaene no muntu oria kara twagende serikali yakeigo ogototebinga akuna share yenu hapa share ino igorore mu abekirete amaina gototebi to the face atotebet ani ya gototebia na abana ali kubachanganya karase serikali yabo ekara baje gototaino yebano ta kunyare kyerera atagete chishare tugasoa bwango kimotagete toru serio tugate
Mawaziri w'ekisemi Omuske Julius Migosi ogamba nigo akwanire ogokeigwa gosoko nacho w'ekifees ky'eki university ase boigo chifees kinyakira ekyabete kigosokore itukoregoro na nigo kirakiego chaka emirimo gochakira omutenyo kyanda chingaki aboroko b'eki university barache koigora barache gochaka chi semester chinya cy'omwaka yega 2025-2026 korengana na Migosi nigo etimu eria yachoretu no wense omwako wetu mutenyo kyanda yaberege kurigereria chifisi ekyo nari tukiregoro nigo yasogeti oroboti asigati osasa aborokwa barachi kona chwa chifisi osibarachi gwakani wa chifisi korengana ne chikose chiri bakora igati chikosi chifisi nigo cyabete chikona chwa ekerango ge komune Isano nabo igo ase chikosi chinde nigo cyabete chikona chwa ase ekerango kemeronko ene igoro yemya kenene no koena kyabuna aborokwa bonsi anemono bichi university ngonyora bare amasomo ale baganete nabo igongo somera bare chikosi chiria chindoto cyabo.
The team has reviewed. There is a team that the president set up, the presidential review team that was set up in September last year. They went through the MTI program and they were able to come up with a wide variety of variables so that we are able now to determine the income of the parents of the students to be as close as possible to the reality so that the margin of error is reduced. They also rationalized the fees for the university programs, and that is a circular that you saw has come out where the fees has been sufficiently reduced. I think some programs are reduced by 15%, others almost by 40%. That was a rationalization exercise that took place. So with all this mitigation and interventions, we believe and we are sure that going forward, that sector where there were a bit of issues relating to maybe banding is now going to be resolved, and we're going to ensure, as I keep saying, that no student is going to be left behind by the fact that they are financially constrained. The government is ready, willing and able to ensure that we support all our students to undertake their programs, to study their subjects of choice, their programs, their degrees of choice, and so that their dreams are realized. That's what we are doing, and I can assure you that anything that comes, any challenge that we face, we get a solution for it. For instance, on the issues of the capitation gaps, we are already working with the Parliament and Treasury to find means and ways of ensuring that we bridge that gap so that we bring that figure to as close as possible to what we are supposed to do. So there is no reason to panic. There is no basis for wrong information going out there that the government has changed the policy. The policy has never changed. It remains the same. It is provided for in the Constitution under Article 53, and we are mandated to ensure that we perform our obligations under the Constitution, and that's what we are doing. It is effective September.
Na togos kabosio abasaye korwa ebunge ya Nyaribari chache county ya Kisii niga baboliwe gotumeka vya chinga kichiria bari bosa goselesha time anana mono ase enchera erengia anana mono chinga kechiga chiskuru chisiekire ase erusa yetam ya kabere gose erusa yomutenyi onane ayiga ngonengana na dani kanu asiago oyore omurai bwerombe ya Okengo Nyambane ase aerere osasi bakwanire buna nigo Okengo Nyambane asirire chitimu isato gati abo Mwembe FC Kiamabundu FC nabo igo etimu iri ya Nyaguta Bayern FC na mupira unenchera yamo yokoneke buna abasa bungo sirwa bare anomono gokine chitaranta gose ebiago byabo korengana nabaraibe chitimu icho nigo bago kere getambukire ikyo nagoteba nigo barache kogenda kumusira osenigo barache kogenda kubolya ogosirwa gosya ase omoske Okengo Nyambane nabo yokubolya gati abarai kobwatia chimbaratiro chi Okengo Nyambane bunenchira yamo koneke abasa engosirwa bare gokinia ebiago byabo nabo igo kwegenderea asa magimabo ari mutwe.
Kwa majina naitwa Charles Ndwanga, mimi ndio captain wa Mwembe FC. First of all napigia mheshimiwa asanti, umetusaidia na ball mbili. Na tunaona ni mengi utatufanyia. So mheshimiwa, coming up 2027 tutakupea hiyo kitu. Tutakupea hiyo kura. Kama saa hii hujaingia kiti na umetupea mipira, sembuse je ukiingia kwa kiti. Si utapeana mingi? Si atapeana mingi?
Kwa majina naitwa Edwin Mogaka Ragogi, head coach Mwembe FC. Tulianzisha hii club to 5 kunacha young talents. Tulianzia under 14 hadi tukadi na under 19. So tunafurahi sana kwa kufika kwenu hapa, kwa kutusupport na training balls zenye ni shida sana kwa timu. So tunaomba mheshimiwa, hii timu ni ya Nyaribari chache, achipe in asaidie timu za Nyaribari.
Asamaria ngoro ku Wilfred Makori Masese, coach Kiamabundu Youth Football Club na ndiye founder ye club ya Kiamabundu. Itukoria rero twarorembia sana, twarorero bosubo abageni batotarire kuri office ya mheshimiwa Okengo Nyambane, batoreteire mipira itolagets twabere togo struggle togo strain kuboru ne mipira bune twarorire rero gaigo bosubo ito etimu yabere wako mupira yobata bachesachi abange abewate players bala around 100 baranga baso league kuruma gamba ke league kuru ku national division 2 lakini asingenzo ya challenge CH besa nabana siasa gose abarai baito baroro batakonyete timu ekanyara ko baya drop ire gache league kuru ku county league
ya very challenge for some quite time na go saba onye kera nyari kana to mente chipi poro cha bande ba kupige ta bande ndubege ti jisa ini na to gonya ko korosno timu au kitugwa ne field moroje bwate mo mara ba kubege ti yo to ko re viato ya rabu wangu so na kera nyari kana to gorere ebitoko re to atreineri ebinde to akira no mipira
kala tigaturu request through dansta erinda bana abakonyo na tebere mbia munasincho mheshimiwa aigwete na goikirania immediately. Namba ya kabere omweshimiwa ororekanire korigereria abana chitalent because tariri monaro rire kwena nimepira ase constituency yetu Nyaribari chache obere gakwena na saa nyinge imepira ekere kwena nwa abana buna abone ngaki chiskuru chia siekirwe ngotemere gotanga amangana mabara akore kase binyoro because buna abana morche bakirege tiga ana baje kwa basande maybe omwana atu mune pigipigi gosomo ntanda gokoro bosaria lakini bona senche yogo chagetiga ya abana bambanyare ko limit ebintu bibira abanyore ngaki barerusa.
Mheshimiwa, tuko na wewe, tutakushikilia this election at least uingie ukue MP wetu usaidie vijana. Tunaona unapenda talanta sana.
Mujumbe okuria East kitayama maisori nigo aruro kubolia gotia ase abajumbe bamwabo nene mono bari ase kamati etenendete chisemi ase bunge gukwana na comment chibesa gotia ase sector ye chisemi maisori nigo boigo amotogiro mu waziri w'ekiganje gya serikali Moske John Mbadi ase ogwesokia maisomarore na gukwana igoro yemechando sector ye chisemi yabereke gwetera nene mono koro ase nsemeria ye chisemi.
Mheshimiwa John Mbadi alisema vizuri na alisema tena katika sehemu ambayo inafaa kusemwa. Bunge la Taifa, kamati ya elimu, kwamba sisi tuongeze pesa, yani wabunge tuongeze pesa kwa ajili ya computation. Itoke kwenye ile iko sasa hivi 15, ifike ile ambayo inatakikana kisheria, iwe 22 kwa kila mwanafunzi. Na kwa kusema pale hivyo alisaidia nchi na alisaidia Mheshimiwa Rais, because ni vizuri kuwa na viongozi sana sana mawaziri ambao wanasema ukweli, sio wale wanamhadaa rais alafu baadaye kunakuwa na madeni kwenye mashule, kwa sababu pesa hiyo isipofika then kunakuwa na debts nyingi, madeni mengi kwenye mashule. Walimu wanakosa kukaa shule, wanatoroka shule kwa sababu wanadaiwa na wadeni wao. Kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa John Mbadi, endelea kusema ukweli, endelea kusaidia Mheshimiwa William Samoei Ruto kusema ukweli. Na ningependa nitoe pia usia kwamba waziri wote katika serikali hii, angalia ukweli ni nini, sema, pana ogopa. Kwa sababu ukiogopa kusema, utajificha nyuma ya uongo, baadaye utamwangusha Mheshimiwa Rais. Tutakapokuwa tunaenda pale mbele, watu watasema yeye hakufanya. Na ambapo tuna uwezo sasa hivi wa kutambua matatizo, tukayarekebisha, tukaongeza, kwa sababu bunge ndio sheria, sisi ndio tunayefanya budget making. Sisi ndio tunahitaji kupeana pesa ya kutosha. Kwa hivyo mimi nikitoka hapa Taragen.
That is why you hear principals saying that they have not received money, but the government is saying we have released all the money. The mistake is when we tell the schools that every child we are budgeting for 22,000 and they are not receiving it, the schools end up accumulating debts. Therefore, we need to be candid and say that yes, we want to budget for 22,000 per child, but we have not been having that in the budget.
Na magega ya barimi beke menikyo mochere gwesokia na korobekana ilikorera na kwimurunganiria asikire bawatabuna nigo serikali yense ya Kenya ikugora mochere kurwa Chinsa chesiko na teli kobagorya nigo mu waziri w'uburemi netugo omuske mutaikawe esokire na gukwanira engani yiwe kawe nigo atebire ase myaka 3 yaitre nigo serikali yense ya Kenya yabirige kugora omochere kurwa Chinsa chesiko sengencho mochere ogusumekwa emergency ya Kenya tegoisana abantu bari emergency ya Kenya aseboigo atebire nigo barache kubeko moke na kweneke Chinsa mochere chigusumekwa mochere anene mono ahero na boigo moya ngobeka barumokia eri kusumeka omochere oranyare goisana abantu bensi ya Kenya.
Issue of the rice imports. Let me just put it this way. Rice, we have imported rice almost all our lives. In the last 3 years, for example, we have imported an average of about 700,000 metric tons of rice per year. This is not the first time that we are importing rice. We only produce approximately 20% in Mwea and in other parts of our nation. We only produce about 20% of our rice intake, of our rice consumption. Only 20%. The rest of it, year in, year out, is imported rice. So I don't actually understand why there was this confusion about whether we are importing rice so that we can kill the local industry. Let me explain. We import wheat in this country. 90% of the wheat that we consume in Kenya is imported. But we also have our farmers in Narok, in Timau, and elsewhere. And the practice is as follows. We ensure that the local producers are taken care of. We make sure that we buy all the wheat that is in the country as we allow for imports to come in. And we will make sure that we will buy all the rice that is in this country, even as we allow for rice to come in. So there should be no panic. There should be no panic from any farmer that we are going to be import rice at the expense of the local farmer. I cannot myself supervise, such an exercise. Therefore, and this is not the first time. Last year the same thing happened. The previous year the same thing happened. And we didn't hear that rice in Kenya or anywhere else, rice around the Republic, anywhere in the Republic, was actually spoiled or lost or not bought by Kenya. So I want to urge calmness in some of these things. Let not a propagandist start just talking for the sake of talking, where everybody has become an expert about everything, There is need to first of all look at the data, look at what has happened in the past, look at what is happening. And by the way, even next year, we will still import rice, even as we try to wrap up our production. In Mwea, we are expanding. In Ahero, we are working with the Japanese government to expand rice growing. Ahero, Bura, and elsewhere. We want to increase rice production so that we don't have to import.
Wakiraga bunongo chigwikire omwere bw'Ekeonga Chinsa Isano na Ibere asenchera y'obwenga omwere ikomi n'chikwera nagaiga ngoretera y'omuna yanda asenchera y'obwenga twara burigire buru byose buru bya Getembe TV ekobwatia.
Superstores nero eduka asorgo nguriga rwa South Nyanza yanchere amone company ya mabati rolling mills eyuko yabwatuka ucyase abaonia aiga ntobwate showroom asura achabwirigiriye amabati anda unsyalia utagete showroom yeto nigo enkale eyuerengia na boigo ekogokiriso yao chingagi ogoswasa ligakurigiriya amabati aiga ntobwate team tembo abo bagakora imirimo ase showroom yiga babwata chingoro chingiye cyugo kwarigania na boigo cyo tebereye kende gensi uraganie bagotebereye company ya mabati rolling mills niko babwate amabati chingenjo ao ayuare ye chikala ao na boigo ayuiga bwata chi profile net gauges ao bunabono babwata normal corrugated na boigo box corrugated asibigo babwata boomerang ayuare aye chigage emerunge tato asama mabati alia ye chigage emerunge bere na isaro na isato mbabwate tile profiles alia au oriental elegantal versatile gross na boigo na versatile mat MRM niko babwate lifestyle ayuago chana roman jinko na boigo web design babwate ligani kabwate chikala bunabone lia chaco gray brick red tile red maroon sky blue na boigo na green obutambe bwe mabwate liga niko bokorengana amo nukuganya gwe customer mbabwate bintu bindi boigo ebyo ochikunyara kwabo gutumika chinga cyo gwakeranya amabati liga ase nyumba yao tutari rero ase MRM showroom onyare kwabo gukwerera amabati yu akomenya segeka ayo gucanye warrant na boigo ayo urakoberwe kasure asubwango edukenyega ya Superstores yegotoka se nyumba ya complex imiyumu cyugo busongo iyo erangene duka Safaricom boigo ngotuka bari ase nyumba ya JM Towers iyo ere angene bengi ya Credit Bank asamange bakere simgwetera sete namba chabo 0111161500 Superstores, the people's choice, guaranteed lowest prices. Karibu nyumbani.
Asegeka k'emyaka 49 ebenki ya Kenya pamoja sako yabere n'umugusi negukinia umugusi ase eningo yae yabere gekurwa obukorere ase Chinsa mu bono savings loans obosemi bwo gutumika chibesam na diaspora savings ase bali Chinsa chimaiko ase wa Kenya pamoja sako yabere ogosira okonene ase abalemi ebyumbe chiskuru chikampani ao abarikire abaritayire basibali ensemo ya pension boyko abonchereria ibotani na Wakenya pamoja sako iliyonyore obukoreri ubuya ase Chinsa muna obosemiguru yugutume kibuchi besa chilong muna development